So Mr. Tyson has asked me to put together a Loom presentation just to explain why BTEC Business is such a fantastic opportunity for you guys. So why study the subject? Well, it's very coursework based. So most A-levels, typically you do your work throughout the 2-year period, you then have the examinations at the end and that dictates your grade. Whereas with BTEC, you do it in a modular program and you sort of pick up credits throughout the course. So it's very easy to stay on track, and also it means you don't have a final examination as such, because you're already accruing credits through your coursework as you go through both years 12 and 13. It's much more practically based, so it's around real business case studies, working examples, and it's not just learning theory for the ability to answer extended exam questions. It's actually learning theory to apply it to real scenarios and to provide insight as to what you would do if you were working within that business. You'll also learn many key skills that would be required in the world of work after you graduate in year 13. So we do a module on team working, a module on project management, and also a skill that students tend to really learn is actually working to strict deadlines, because we'll go through the content, the course will be set, and then you have what is typically a 2-week period to turn around and do that work. Now, you're very supported through that. You've got the lesson time and your silent study time as well, but the ability to work to deadlines is a skill that will be improved, and it's very vital actually in the world of work. And the subject content is regularly updated and linked to current events. So it is practical, it's real life, and it's linked to current events, whereas some of the other courses maybe get a bit dated as the course has been out for a bit longer in terms of the content that gets delivered. In terms of what you can do with the BTEC, typically people look at it and they say it's a lesser qualification. Now, this isn't true. There are some universities that don't take it, but the majority do. Any concerns, have a look on their website before or speak to a teacher. Mr. Tyson will know a lot more as well. But most universities take BTEC, I mean the great majority do, and it's an equivalent qualification to A-level. So you go through the same route, but you just do it a different way. So it's coursework based, it's not heavily examination based, but the end destination is the same. So it might suit students that are really good with the content, but struggle with the exams. So it's not an easier subject at all, it's just learning in a different way. And it teaches you very specific business content, so it'd be useful for any job going forward in the business world. It's also worth the equivalent of 2 A-levels, this course. So, what would you study were you to partake in the course? We have some internal units, which are coursework based. You write the coursework, the teacher marks them, you get the feedback, the teacher marks them again, and that's your final grade. These are internal units, and they are exploring business, managing an event, international business, team building, and visual merchandising. So again, very hands-on. You see an example of the picture of the table there. That was from a visual merchandising presentation at the Swan pub. And then external units, Unit 2, which is developing a marketing campaign, Unit 3, personal and business finance, and Unit 6, principles of management. Now it says they are external units. What this means is they are examined externally. You sit a 4-hour exam on the laptops. It's typically submit a report or something like that, and this goes off to the exam board for marking, like your GCSEs or A-levels would. Someone else marks them, the teacher doesn't. So they are the only 3 external examinations as such. They're 4 hours long and on the computer. The others are coursework based. With the external units, if for whatever reason you don't get the grade you were hoping for the first time, actually it's possible to resit and to improve that grade. So how will you be assessed? Now I think I hit most of it there, but the internal units are coursework based. So they're written inside and outside a lesson. They'll be marked by your teacher, and you will then have an opportunity to improve the work before it is finally submitted, and that is the grade that you get. The external units are computer-based exams. So Unit 2 and Unit 6 only, are computer-based, not Unit 3, and they are 3 hours long. Unit 3, you will be sitting in the hall, and this is the finance side of the course. It's a mixture of short answer questions and a couple of longer answer essay-style questions, pen and paper for 2 hours. So nearly everything on this course is assessed with the use of a computer. It is only the Unit 3 that is more of a traditional style approach. So what skills and qualities will you need? Well, many. But particularly that we've highlighted are you need the ability to work to a deadline and to finish all the work before the deadline. If you miss that deadline, you will only get the grade up until that point. So if you haven't finished all your work, then your grade will obviously suffer as a result. You need to be able to work independently. So if you're set a task, you go ahead and do it. And also you need to be able to work as part of a team. A lot of this is, as discussed earlier, teamwork based. There are many components of the course that actually you might produce a report with the teammate, you might run an event, you might have to show leadership. So yes, it is academic in terms of the independent workload you have to put in, like all A-levels or all subjects at Key Stage 5. However, you also get the opportunity to work as part of a team. Now, GCSE is different to BTEC and A-level is different to BTEC, but obviously you haven't had the A-level approach to it yet. So GCSE is computer based. It's very coursework heavy. It's a lot of business theory, but also you apply it practically within the coursework itself. It's not just theory that you have to know for the examination at the end of year 11, or in this case obviously the end of year 13. It's not a one-off examination. Actually, you show your theory throughout and you get the opportunity to build on your knowledge. And then what subject combinations are sort of really good? Again, there is no set list. However, it tends to go really well with geography, the sort of the writing styles of the humanities subjects. Economics goes without saying, really. Economics is just applying finance to the world of business, and sociology. Again, it's sort of the writing styles. If there's any more information you would like to know, please get in touch with Miss Oliver or Mr. Chilvers, and we will do our very best to inform you. I hope you found this useful, and good luck with your options choices.